that as cool. Nobody sort of, the big problems happened when it came out into the international market.
Yeah.
Then people freaked out.
Yeah.
You know Denmark, and you know the world.
Yes.
Can you just elaborate a bit on why do you think that it was like that?
Yeah, because it is a reduced version of a very painful history that still has contemporary consequences, which we're still living with, and it hurts. Most people in the transatlantic diaspora in the world are still very sensitive about any depictions of this history. Even if you look at films like 12 Years a Slave and Lincoln and all those attempts to give a media articulation of this history, they come with some kind of debate and dialogue because people want this story to be told in the most authentic manner. But I mean, it may be that we don't have the words or the images to really put words to the brutality of this history. That said, there's also a difference between an international context, whether that's Britain or France or the States, which is always in a conflict around issues of memory and history and heritage and race and identity. There's always an ongoing discussion. But here in Denmark, those conversations don't take place as often, or if they do, they are kind of sort of marginalized or put to the side for a much more consensus-driven kind of conversation around what it means to be Danish in the 21st century, and what history is, and what constitutes Danish history. I guess also, being black and British, or black and Danish, or black and Parisian, or black, or whatever you want to call it, Afro-European, we are intrinsically connected to this story because we're part of those migration stories that lead out of that initial colonial contact, whether we choose to acknowledge it or not. And we deal with the same injustices, we deal with the legacies of all of the very divisive, racialized thinking about human hierarchy that was set up during that time, and we continue to live with. So we have no choice but to respond emotionally because we're still part of that never-ending story.
Join Tim and his sister Piri on an adventure like no other. Experience the time of the transatlantic slave trade in this journey through history.